Hello and welcome back to Checkpoint on Campus. And speaking of welcome back to the coolest esports league to come around. So season 2 of the Historical Black Colleges and Universities Esports League is about to start up. They've partnered with Cxmmunity, which is spelled Cxmmunity, which is important because that's where the games are going to be happening. Yeah, I know, right? Verizon, Twitch, and Discover. So the main two esports that are going to be played in this league are NBA 2K and Madden, which is traditional. I guess it's only happened twice, so by definition, tradition. That's what they did last year. And so in the inaugural season, 22 students played from 18 colleges. There was 14 million live views, over 600 hours of content generated, 15,000 concurrent views, 32,000 maximum views. So this is getting the momentum. And I'm really excited to see what happens in this season 2. And it's going to be across 22 weeks, happening on the Cxmmunity Twitch channel, begins August 18th, and will end on April 6th. But here's what I thought was kind of interesting. So with Madden and 2K, the Madden series, it's going to end with the Discover Bowl, which is going to be happening during the collegiate football bowl season. So for those who don't know, bowl season in college football, it's like a mix of playoffs with celebrated games, which these two big name schools are going to play here in the Dorito Bowl or whatever. Actually, no, the Cheez-It Bowl. I know that's one. And I feel like we don't see many collegiate esport crossovers with the counterpart of the professional sport. And I kind of want to pick your brain on that, Erica. So basically, you're trying to get eyes on this, right? That's the point of it being on Twitch. And if people who are watching college football are watching bowls, and it's hey, during bowl season, here's the Discover Bowl, which is esports. I think that would pull in a lot more traction. So what do you think about that kind of a setup for all esports across the board?
I think it caters well to the audience. I mean, obviously you're playing for a bunch of college students, and college students and video games seem to go hand in hand, it seems. So while it might seem uncanny to begin with, you have a bunch of people who are into similar sports. Football, basketball, we can argue if they're similar or not, but they got the same vibe. They got the same vibe going on, and you're hyped. You're ready to see more. And if you see an esport, especially Madden or 2K go on in the middle of a bowl, you're like, whoa, this is kind of interesting. And I kind of like the vibes going on here. It's something I'm used to, and it's something I like. It's a sport that I like to watch. So I think they're doing a really good job catering to a bunch of students who have similar mindsets, unless you think differently.
No, I agree with you, but where my mind goes is with professional esports. For example, collegiate Overwatch. It's gotten pretty successful at this point. And I wonder what would happen if they played the finals during the same week as Overwatch League playoffs, for example. Is that the right thing to do? Or would that maybe pull eyes away from the college sport because they're going to the professional sport? And I don't mean airing at the same time, but I mean airing in the same, time period, if that makes sense.
I think, I have mixed opinions on that. I feel like there's a reason why they do it separately to get different views and different people into their into watching the games. But I generally feel like people need to get more into and more interested in collegiate esports in general, because it's not so much different than professional esports. You have a lot of similar gameplay, a lot of similar tactics, and again, a lot of similar vibes. So I feel like while people would be against it at first and be like, hey, why is this going on? I just want to see my professional teams. And then they see the intensity of these collegiate teams. They'd be like, they're not that different from Cloud9 or oh man, I'm blanking on other teams, but you know what I mean.
I got you. Yeah, I think that it would help connect the dots, because obviously there is no pipeline in place yet, but there are a lot of players who move up and down. There are names that are starting to be recognized, and I think it obviously school schedule and professional league schedule don't always match up, but when they do, or at the very least they could do an invitational, be like, look, these players are probably going to be here in the Overwatch League someday, or in League of Legends, or LCS, or Rocket League. And so I think being able to connect those dots would be a huge step for esports in a very achievable way. But once again, for the Historical Black Colleges and Universities League, it's going to be happening August 18th, ending on April 6th on the Cxmmunity Twitch. So if you want to watch it, check it out. It's going to be awesome. And that was it for Checkpoint on Campus. We hope you have a fantastic week, and we love you.